So I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about yeah, he's not my favorite. Not my favorite. So there's been a new Superman trailer that's been out, and for me, I can care less. I can care less about Superman. But the first trailer brought me to an emotional side of that I haven't really felt when I've seen anything involving Superman. And I really like James Gunn's direction. I don't know for him as a person, but as far as a director, yeah. Um, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, it would be kind of hard for me to get into that because I see myself as Rocket Raccoon in that story, and I'm basically Rocket Raccoon all the time. And got brought up and then put into these receiving homes, foster homes, and treated like shit for the most part. And people ask you about your whole kind of family thing, and as far as the Guardians of the Galaxy go, and I guess in some ways with X-Men as well, is that you could find your own family. So I've seen these two trailers. I don't want there to be any more other trailers for Superman, but he's not on my list. He's not on my. I don't think he's on my top five. I don't think he's on my top 10. But it's the most anticipated. It's the most anticipated movie for me. Is Superman, James Gunn Superman, and I think he was going to call it Superman Legacy. He should have called it Superman Legacy. I would have still call it because I think there's other legacy characters. There's the Green Lantern. There's Hawkgirl. Um, there's quite an extensive list of people that are in the movie, and I think Bradley Cooper is going to play Jor-El, Superman's actually biological Kryptonian father in it. So, what did he say in the trailer? He said Cronkite. So is Lois Lane in love with Kronk from Emperor's New Groove? You Cronkite. What is he doing? He's doing his own. He's doing his own theme song. But there was a time when I would see Superman Returns. I actually own Superman Returns on DVD, and I've had that ever since probably 2006, 2007 when it came out. 2006, but maybe got that 2007 around Christmas time, even though I don't do Christmas. But yeah, I think I think this movie's gonna knock all the other Supermans out of the park, and people are like they're saying things already, or they're having a little mm, anxiety, sort of questionable. What do you say? Kind of they're having uncertainties about this new Superman, but I think it's gonna do really good. I like the logo. Logo looks pretty good. The shirts are like close to like $40 each if you get them on Amazon. And holy Linda, holy, and it actually comes out July 11th. So my birthday is July 22nd. I'm turning 30 then, and hopefully I'm not gonna be. Hopefully I'm not gonna be living here. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm trying to make it happen. I had one physical viewing of a place with a roommate situation, and yeah, I at the same time I'm feeling like I'm not going to have anything come June 1st, and it's going to be a struggle, and everything's going to get out of hand. Everyone wants the things to get out of hand, and they want they want me to turn into this kind of like melancholy crazy monster. But yeah, everyone reacts to a certain kind of way, and there's always time for anger and sadness, and I don't get a lot of happiness. I get kind of picked on about it and whatnot. I'm actually reading something that I will try and follow up later, but it's a book that I took out from the library, and kind of I don't know, kind of a hero of mine, and he's a musician, he's an artist. So, and I think I'm on the second chapter. I have the book out for like 3 weeks, so, and I don't really read, but I'm like, I want to take out this book. But as for Superman, the trailer looks really good. Both of the trailers. I feel like the first teaser trailer brought me to a lot of emotion, and maybe now everything just kind of feels kind of suppressed because I disassociate a lot every day, and it's hard being alone in these four walls and kind of, out in the middle of nowhere. But who knows? Maybe the Superman thing will lead to something. It's got the traditional dun, 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 dun. So it's got the. I just hope that there's an actual new theme that John Murphy's gonna do. This composer, this guy, but they're not gonna just use John Williams' traditional old school classic score through the thing. I mean, maybe they're using it for the trailer. As for Lex Luthor, I thought, because everyone, there was talks, or like maybe there's a fan casting of Bryan Cranston as Lex Luthor. That would have been pretty cool. That would have been good. But no, we have a young Lex Luthor. I thought Kevin Spacey was a good Lex Luthor. I wasn't. Gene Hackman, kept his hair on, refused to shave his head, and yeah, Superman. I don't even think I've really read any. I don't think I've really read any Superman comics, other than looking at people do ASMR on Superman comic books and stuff, and briefly seeing them in a comic book store in Victoria. But I'm anticipated to see it, and I'm probably gonna have to see it alone and not have a cute guy or cute girl come and take me out on a date and take me to see it with each other and not be so fucking lonely. But yeah, July 11th it comes out, and I was seeing that the or the co-creator of Superman, both of them have passed away. Joel Shuster and Jerry Siegel passed away or died years and years and years ago. But their inheritance, or their family, or the people want to kind of prevent the Superman movie from being seen in certain countries. I was seeing an article on that. I remember playing Superman Returns, the video game for the PlayStation 2, and never really getting far into the thing. I would just kind of just go around, see that little Mixel Big League guy, and I never really progressed into that story. I would just grab people and be like, oh yeah, I'll leave the game when this is destroyed. I'll leave the game. I'll leave the game. I'm flying up with this woman, and then everything's gonna get destroyed. I'm a Batman fan, and I know we're kind of Batmaned out. Like, there hasn't been an actually standalone Superman movie since 2013, so been about like 12 years, I think. It's been about 12 years since there's been a standalone Superman movie. I believe I still have Batman vs. Superman, which also has the additional 30 minutes to make it 3 hours, but I haven't really revisited that. I mean, I remember seeing it in the theater, so I've probably seen it a bunch of times. I've probably seen it a handful several times, but do I need to see it again? No. I can't think of any other movie that I would want to see that I would think of, really. It would be nice if there was like slasher horror movies that were released in the summer again, and not so. Always like a superhero epic. I don't have an interest in seeing the Thunderbolts, because since Avengers Endgame ended, I've just been like, I recently, days back, I put in Spider-Man Homecoming on my PlayStation and rewatched it again, and I think it's like easily my favorite Spider-Man movie. So Spider-Man is up there for me. I think Spider-Man is like probably close to number one, if not number one. I think he's number one. Spider-Man is number one. And number two, I don't know, because Wolverine and Batman are in there. So yeah, Wolverine, Batman. So Batman, Batman number two, Wolverine number three. Rocket Raccoon is in there because I kind of see myself all the time as that character, Rocket Raccoon, and he's kind of picked on, ostracized, and made into this kind of thing that he's not, and adopts these friends into his family. I really like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but to watch that again, it's gonna be really hard for me to sit through. I really like the second Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought Yondu was your father. Why did you think that? One's blue. One is blue. And the first time seeing that, I don't know why I was laughing about it, but it's just the context of it all. It says he stole Anulax batteries. No, they're called Harbulary batteries. No, they're not. And I still kind of smirk about that. So they said that twice in the movie. Anulax battery, Harbulary batteries. No, they're called Harbulary batteries. No, that ain't nothing like I said. It's not. That's not it. No. I hope you're not gonna throw up on my ship. Quit smiling, you. Just quit smiling, you idiot. You're supposed to be acting like a professional. But, and even James Gunn produced this sort of Elseworld Superman movie years ago. I went to go and see it in, I think, 2018. It was called Brightburn. And it was just thriller. I think it was made by New Line Cinema, and the story of Superman, but they didn't call him Superman, but they gave him all these powers of him for the most part. And laser visions, his family and teachers, and just took a turn for the worst. So I saw it, and I left, and I was like, it was all right. I've probably only seen it once or twice before. Actually, I've probably only ever seen it once. But that movie, that was produced by James Gunn, and I think James Gunn is a really good director. I don't know as a person that he would be the same, maybe he's just not a good person, but a good director. But I I think he's going to I think he's going to knock all the other Supermans out of the park. I think it's going to be really good. And pretty much this is like the only movie I'm really sinking my teeth in for the most part. And hopefully there's some nice guy or girl that would want to come and see it with me, and you know, that would be nice. But then there are some good things about seeing something by yourself sometimes. But I hate doing things alone. Like I can't even write a song by myself. I need a band. I always say I need a band. I can't even do any. I can't write a song by myself anymore. Maybe if I can get out of this sort of atmosphere. Like I don't know when this is going to happen. If I could find a new place next month, but I don't have very long. But if I can, then maybe in a more quieter atmosphere that I can write something. But by myself, it's no. I don't. I'm not. I don't gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, and it's so harder than ever. But I'm anticipated to see what's gonna happen. Just a little less than a few months away, and it gets released. And phew, I want to get the shirt. I got this from Walmart. They always have these shirts all the time. It's just okay. I mean, I don't hate Superman. I don't, when Batman vs Superman came out, I sided with Ben Affleck with his version of Batman, just because, yeah, he snapped Zod's neck and destroyed, made so many different casualties. And but yeah, Batman's not supposed to kill, and same with Superman. Superman's not supposed to harm anybody. But there's some things I don't mind with Superman, that he tries to do the right thing. But sometimes, like the whole secret identity thing, put your glasses on. That's not very disguisey. That's not some sort of thing that you can be incognito. Even Batman, you just see half his face and whatever, and yeah. But that's more distinctive than putting glasses on or whatever. Like, oh, I would never know that. I would never know that ever. Oh, okay. I don't know what you guys thought of the trailer, or if you're gonna go see it, but yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one, I think. But I still would have wanted to call it. I still wanted it to be titled Superman Legacy, just because that just sounded like more of a badass kind of title. And with Spider-Man Homecoming, I just think it's like probably my favorite Spider-Man movie. Tom Holland's just really good at playing that role, and a lot of shirtless scenes with him in it. And I never thought Michael Keaton, who played Batman, not my Batman, would play as a Spider-Man villain. And sometimes in the movie you actually understand his morals, or you're sort of not really rooting for him, but you understand what he's doing and why he's doing it. He even says to Peter, like, you're young, you don't even know how the world works, and I'm not doing this to my daughter, I'm doing this for her, And I was so surprised when I saw it in the theater. I saw it a few times in the theater, and the week after seeing Spider-Man Homecoming, I had the entire theater to myself, and the guy asked me, oh, how did you like the movie? Oh, I saw it last week. And that was a late showing. That was such a late showing. But it was good. The other Spider-Man movies, yeah, I mean, Far From Home, the second one with Tom Holland, though, as you could probably count Civil War, a third one, I guess, but the second standalone movie. It was it was fun, funny. I mean, you had JB Smoove in there saying like, "Hey, don't look at me, don't look at me." And some of the things he was saying as a teacher, and you had Mr. not Garrison, Mr. was it Garrison? I think in South Park or something, but Martin Starr played the teacher who was also had a cameo as a scientist in The Incredible Hulk, I believe, with Edward Norton. So, yeah. But that's my thoughts on this whole Superman thing. So, anyways, let me know what you think, and if you're gonna see it, if you care to see it. I wonder if it's gonna combine. I heard something with that they're maybe waiting to combine the universe with this and Robert Pattinson's Batman. Robert Pattinson Batman. I've seen that Batman a few times, and it's not the most groundbreaking, jaw-dropping Batman movie I've ever seen before. And I know with Batman, there's a ton of that. There's not a lot of Superman, and I'm looking forward to Superman, even though I'm not a Superman fan. I used to have a long time ago. I had a black shirt with a green. It was just green Superman logo. It's almost like Superman and Green Lantern had a baby and popped out that. So, okay. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Bye.